Now I'll run the quick demo where I'll be replicating data from downstream capture to Kafka target. Okay, you can see I have three connection asset created. One is Oracle Extreme, which is connecting to the main database. Another one is downstream capture, which is connecting to downstream database. And the third one is Kafka, which is my Kafka target. And if you see here, uh, this is my main database, Extreme database, and this DSM is my downstream database. In the Extreme database, you can see there is no capture exist. And in the downstream database also, as of now, you can see there is no capture exist. In my demo, I'll be using this demo schema. Currently, it doesn't have any table. I'll just create one table and I'll insert two records in it, which should get replicated as a part of a sync. Now I'll go back to my UI. I'll create a new asset. I'll create a replicate data. And meanwhile, I can show the Kafka target as well. Okay. You see, this is my Kafka topic I'll be using demo. It doesn't have any messages as of now. Empty. So let's go back. 1 second, this is giving me some problem. Okay. I'll give a name as demo or like Kafka. This is my replication asset name. Just one more thing. Here I'm using the replication version, like version is 5.2.0. I'm using 5.2.0 released. And here you can see there are three business rules. One is copy, then change log, and then CDC replication. I'll be choosing the copy replication. I'll choose here Oracle Extreme as my primary database. I'll choose the separate Oracle Extreme connection. And here I'll provide the downstream database as downstream capture. This is the downstream capture replication asset. And since I want to do the real-time downstream capture, so I'll choose this flag as well. Select the data. Here I choose my schema demo. You can see it is having one table, but I'm choosing to replicate the whole schema. If I choose here the table, select table, then it will just replicate that table. So I'm choosing the schema replication. Here I'm choosing the Kafka target. You can see these are the default options, and Kafka message format is JSON I'm choosing, and idea prefix is there. I'll here give the demo as a default topic, and I'll do just direct mapping as well using this topic. We can always override few more parameters, which is related to like if we need any additional header or any key we want to modify or partition strategy. Moving on, I'll just review. Here we can review it. I'll create it. So it is creating the replication asset. Asset got created. Just open now. Meanwhile, we can see if there is any capture got created. This is my Extreme database. Here is no capture created. No capture created here as well. And here also no capture created. Right, this capture gets created once we start the replication asset. Okay, it is still opening up. Okay, the replication asset got created. I'm starting it. Here we can choose which replication instance we want to use or configure, and I'm choosing replication default. Okay, while it is starting, let's see the here if we select the Oracle Extreme connection, then we can see what are the parameters we had provided, like downstream capture connection we had chosen the real-time downstream capture, and then if we choose this and if we choose this Kafka target connection, then we can see all the Kafka parameters here. And the template we have chosen is copy. These are the James path expression, header, key, partition strategy, everything we can review it here. Okay, we can see it is running. It has created the outbound server and all. Let's refresh it. Let's go to the database and check. So I'm connecting with my primary database. Can Oh, this is secondary. Okay, here you can see I'm using Extreme. This is the my primary database. I'm connecting with my primary database. There is no capture got created in the primary database. And no outbound server got created here. Now I'm connecting with downstream database DSM. You can see, and here if I run this query, you can see the capture got created and it is attached. The same here as well. Capture is enabled and outbound server was attached. Now let's go back to the replication asset. It is in running state. Let's refresh it and see if it has able to replicate the one table which we had. So it has completed the sync of the test table. Now let's look at the uh, Kafka target and see if messages are there. Okay, we can see these two values got replicated. Here you can see this is the value. You can see the key we chosen as a schema table and primary key. And in the header, you can see this various header which we have provided. Like here, it's indicate header initial thing indicates that this record got replicated as a part of a sync. This is the position, metadata, and all. So now let's do the few more operation on this. Okay, I'll do this DML. Insert, then one more insert, then I'll do update, and I'll do delete. But these all four operations will not get replicated because we haven't configured our downstream database to receive the live data. We haven't done the ultra system switch log file because unless you run this after running your replication asset, it will not activate the live replication from downstream database. The downstream capture only gets activated once you do a few times initially the ultra system switch log file. So if I show you the target, there is no new data yet. So now I'll have to run this ultra system switch log file. Okay, ultra system switch log file. Okay, let's see if data got replicated. No, still message count is 2. It seems like it's still not activated. I may need to run it once more. I've seen it. Sometimes it requests few time to run you the ultra system switch log file. But once it is activated, then you don't have to run it again. I'll show you that as well. Hopefully this got activated now. Okay, it seems to be taking time. Let's see the health of the asset. Asset is in running state. Okay, asset is in running state. Let me run the this ultra system switch log file again. Hoping it got activated now. Let's see. Okay, now the live replication, live downstream capture is activated and it's able to replicate the data and get the data from primary database. You can see this was the insert we had done. Then this was the update we had updated. This is the before image and this is the after image. And then we had deleted the record with primary key having 3 value. Now I'll do a few more operations. Like I'll replicate a table which is not having a primary key, and let's see. Now I'll not run the any ultra system switch log file since it is already activated. So I'll just see the replication UI. See if it is replicated. Okay, you can see notice from here that new table is detected and since the target table exists extent, it started the sync and completed the sync. But since our table didn't have any record, so you won't see anything in the SSS Kafka target. Now I'll do the few DMLs in this table. Inserted one row and then inserted one more row. Now let's look at the Kafka target. You can see the new rows arrived. Dash 2 here. Since the table doesn't have any primary key, so it is not having the value of this primary key. And it's just having that schema name and table name. And then this is the row complete got replicated. And that's all I had for demo.